Alright, the next protocol is called staying alive. We'll need to restore our oxygen supply at one of the access terminals along the pipelines. We have one right there. We'll need to acquire biomass from supplies or AI remains, and that means either looting it off the ground, out of a container, or from one of these enemies that we can kill. And we'll also need to scavenge scattered debris, which is picking items up off the ground, not the iron ore. That doesn't count. It'll have to actually be debris on the ground. So we're going to go ahead and complete the step of restoring our oxygen. And then we'll see if we can get some biomass from one of these enemies. Oh, we got 7 there. Remember, you can also break these down in order to acquire scrap metal and aluminum. And that is enough biomass in order to complete that step. Once you've completed that step, it's going to also prompt you to craft a dry ration, which is the food. So what we're going to do is select our 3D printer, put it on the ground, access it, click on that, dry ration. You can see it only takes 1 iron and 10 biomass. We have enough, so we're going to go ahead and just craft it. Now it automatically stacked it with the ones that we received from doing the original tutorial. Otherwise it would have put it in our inventory and we could have dragged it to our tutorial or just eaten it from the inventory. But now it's going to want us to consume the dry ration, so we're going to go ahead and pick our printer up so we don't forget it. Select the hotkey for our dry ration, and then we're going to consume it. Alright, now all we have to do is scavenge scattered debris. Now here in this area in between the Biosphere Tansuo and Outpost Koran, there are a few areas where we can actually scavenge scattered debris on the ground. We're going to go ahead and just run over to one of those areas now. See, there's one way out there. There's also one going to be closer right here. You can see these containers that have the blue lights on them have things in them. So you can just select the loot all button and it'll loot everything, but then you also have things like aluminum laying on the ground that you can pick up, and that counts as your scattered debris as well. This is one of the dead AI. You can go ahead and scavenge it. The iron ore does not count as debris. So we will have to visit a second location in order to complete this quest or protocol. And you will find these little points of interest just kind of scattered throughout Mars. I don't know the exact respawn timer of the loot that's on the ground, but usually they'll have some things for you to uh, grind down to get supplies, and they'll have items on the ground that you can loot and pick up. There we are, and now that's going to actually conclude our tutorial for that protocol.